Let's see. This could be my Eric. Eric makes giant-sized SpongeBob hair bows to sell at the craft fair. Hey, that's gonna look so good. each each jumbo bow requires 2.5 yards of ribbon. That was my SpongeBob impression. At the fabric store, ribbon is sold by the foot. If Eric wants to make 35 bows, how many feet of ribbon must he buy? Ooh, there's a lot of conversion here. Let's see. Man, that's a jumbo bow. 2.5 yards of ribbon for each bow. He wants to make 35 bows. So first off, let's figure out 35 times 35 ribbons, or sorry, 35 bows. Each one is 2.5 yards of ribbon. Well, how many yards of ribbon does he need? Just for estimating sake, I want to round that to 40, and I would round 2.5 to 3, and I'd go, you know what? He needs about 120 yards of ribbon. But that's not what it's asking me. It wants me to figure it out for real. Okay, I have 35. Let's go with 25. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. Put a big fat 0. I just want to multiply this fast. 2 times 35 is 70. It's hard for me to sit there and do the steps when I know what that actually equals. Okay, now I got 875. Does that sound like a lot of ribbon? Yes. I could just check and see, hey, there's one place after the decimal in the problem we're multiplying, so I know I need to put it here. But 875 yards of ribbon seems like quite a lot. That's way more than 120. That's, in fact, closer to 1,000 yards of ribbon. So I maybe would want to put it here. If I put it here, it's just too small. That would mean that there's only 8 yards of ribbon that we need. No. Each one is 2.5 yards, each bow. So just in 3 yards, we'd almost get to the 8. That would be 7.5. So it has to go here. Okay, so that's how we need 87.5 yards of ribbon. Well, that's not what the question's asking, though. How many feet of ribbon must he buy? So now I need to take this number and multiply it by 3, because there's 3 feet in each yard. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 is 26. It would be 2,625 yards of ribbon. Let's see. There's one place after the decimal. Ooh, hold on. Mr. Bukowski could have made a mistake. Let's see. Each one of those is going to be times 3. Yeah. Okay. He will need 262.5 feet of ribbon. This is not an easy problem. Someone is here. Oh, you know what, Miss Sina? Do you think you could come back? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay, can you do that? Thank you. I'm just doing a video.
Okay, no problem.
If the ribbon costs 10 cents per foot, what is the total cost of ribbon in dollars? It costs 10 cents per foot. Well, there's several ways we could do this. Did I already say this is a hard problem? I could let's take, so now this one relies, we have to have the answer from this part to be able to solve this. So let's get 262 and a half feet, and each foot is cost 10 cents per foot. So I want to multiply it times 10 cents for every foot, and we have 10 cents here. Okay, that's a lot. Let's see. Or we could just keep it a whole number. Because this is 10 cents, like a tenth of a dollar. And if it was just times 10, hey, we'd go, you know what? That's just 2,625. But then you don't know what, do you know what that is? 2,625 cents. So I'm not sure we know that. What do you do with that? It says, what is the total cost of the ribbon in dollar? So yeah, it's going to cost 2,625 cents. But that answer's not in dollars. So now I could change. Let's go ahead and just do that. 2,625 cents. How many cents are in a dollar? 100. Okay, which really is telling us 1, 2. It would cost $26.25. Now, as I'm solving this, I go, wow, we need a lot more practice. That took stamina even for a teacher. Okay, 262 and a half feet times here. If it's you guys solving it, I'm not going to say good luck. I think you could. I think maybe some of you would do that. You'd go, hey, 0 times all of that is just 0. Now we're multiplying in what could be the tens place. 1 times 5, 1 times all of that is just that. Add it all up. Now, how many places are after the decimal in the whole problem? There's 1 right here and there's 2 right here. So we would move the decimal 3 places. So we would still get the same answer. It would cost $26.25. Another way, just to be, you might try to solve it. Some of you will realize, hey, we don't have to have a number after the 0 after the decimal, like the 10 cents is not worth anything. So we just took that out. So now we're just going 1 times all of that is that. Yep. And now there's 2 numbers after the decimal in the top of the problem, so that would be the right answer. There's a lot of ways to solve it. One possible last way you could solve it. No, never mind. Okay, let's just go with that. That gets us 3 different ways to still find the same answer. Wow, 9 minutes, 39 seconds. Okay, a manufacturer is making 10,000 times as many bows as Eric. Well, how many is Eric making? He's making 35 bows to sell in stores nationwide. Write an expression using exponents to show how many yards of ribbon the manufacturer will need. Do not calculate the total. We don't need the answer. Okay, so Eric, when Eric is making 35 hair bows, each needs 2.5 yards of ribbon. So let's look. 35 times 2.5 yards tells us how much he needs. But now the manufacturer, we need times 10,000. We don't need to worry about the feet. Let's make sure about that. How many yards of ribbon? Wow. Okay, now it did ask us something. It says write an expression using exponents. So now I need to change this. How many tens are there? Or how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to change that to 10 to the 4th power. Remember exponents? And that is an expression. I do not need to calculate the total. I'm going to circle it to make my job easier. That is the answer for that problem. If a 5th grader can do that, wow. Let's see. Student uses incorrect reasoning in most parts of the task and is unable to correctly convert, calculate, or write an accurate expression. Student uses some correct reasoning. Student uses correct reasoning but makes calculation errors or part of the task or writes an incorrect expression. Okay, and then to get it right, you have to have all those parts to get a 4. I know I'm explaining stuff, but it took me 12 minutes. This is a very complex set of problems. Thank you. Do your best.